Hello and a very warm welcome to mathsplus. We're continuing on the 2022 paper 1 solutions. We're on to question 3 now, which is the financial maths. So the question is basically work out the bands at the start. So we got to work out the 20% band for part A. For part B then with a new person we have to work out the 2 bands. Okay, and in the third one we have to work out for an increase in wages for a person. So there's a bit of work in that one. So let's have a look at the first question. So Joe, Emile and Way are pay-way workers. They get a tax credit of 3,300. They have deductions and tax bands over here. So first up is Joe, and he has an income of 27,500. As you can see there, it's below the cutoff for the 20% rate. So this means that he will only be paying 20% tax, as he doesn't go over this actual cutoff point. Above that would be 40%. So let's work everything out. So his gross annual income is 27,500. His tax at 20%, so let's work that out. So write 20% like this into your calculator and multiply it by the total 27,500, and we will get a tax amount of 5,500. Okay, so that's a deduction, so we're going to put a negative next to that. Next up is the annual tax credit. So that's what you get back. Everybody's getting 3,300 back in this particular example. And let's see what our totals are. So we're going to subtract the 5,500 and add back in the tax credit. So our total below will be 25,300. So that's going to be his net annual income, or his yearly take-home pay. Right, on to part B. So let's see what happens with the second band. So Emily's amount is over the 35,300 cutoff. You can see the diagram for the bands here. You can see that the band rates only apply at different intervals. So the diagram is very good to understand what is occurring with the rates applied at specific amounts. Okay, so above here now we have 40%, and below then we have the 20%. Okay, so let's put it all together. So the new gross income is 43,450. The tax at 20% higher rate. Okay, so that's going all the ways up to the 35,300 now. So we're going to have to work out a new tax amount, so 20%, and we're going to apply that to the 35,300. As you can see there, it's the cutoff. Okay, so that amount will be 7,060 euros. Okay, so above that now we're going to apply 40%. So 40%. So we cannot double tax the amount below. So therefore we will solely have the balance above, which will be 43,450 subtract the lower cutoff, which is 35,300. I'm sure you're following this perfectly. So we'll multiply all this out. And for that band, we're getting a tax of 3,260. Alright, so that's our gross tax, okay, the 20 and 40%. And now we get our tax credits again. So we'll apply our signs. So negative, negative, and positive. I'm going to plus that back in. So let's look at our net annual income after the deductions and the tax credit. So we're going to get 36,430 euros, okay, after tax. Okay, so that's part B. Again, straightforward. Just this part, watch out for this, okay? You got to understand that. Draw a little sketch of the diagram and that will help. Alright, so let's move on to the next part. So we're just going to read through it first. This is where it gets tricky, but if you kind of understand the bands and you can identify where to work, then the maths is not so difficult after that. So Way's gross annual income is 35,300. So she's only going to get up to the threshold here. So after that, then it would be 40%, but she wants to increase her income by 80 euros per month. Okay, this means that any income above, okay, this cutoff, and any new income will be taxed at the 40% rate. So here we have the 40% rate. We're going to work out how much she needs to earn the 80 euros per month. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to add in our 40%, because if it's going to be taken off, well, we're going to actually compensate for that by adding in. So let's put it all together. So we have 35,300, and then we have 80 euros plus 40% of 80 euros. So we'll go 80 plus 40% of 80. Okay, and that will give 112 euros. So that's how much she needs per month to increase her wages by 80 euros per month. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Alright, so all we have to do now is we have to factor that by 12 months. So it's going to be 112 by 12 months. Okay, this is how much she needs. So it's going to be 1,344 euros. And now we can get our new increased gross annual income. Okay, it sounds complicated, but it's not really. Just add them together and we get a total of 36,644 euros. Alright, and that's it for the question 3 of the 2022 paper 1, Leaving Cert Maths. So again, a big thanks to all the subscribers and students who watch regularly, and keep an eye out for upcoming videos which are going to be high quality and with a lot of information for learning.